So the news just came out a few hours ago that TrueTalalent was kicked from the Fog Whisperer program. My reaction to that was disbelief because over the past week, I've seen on Twitter the absolute despicable behavior the entitled elite has shown on their streams, and also what Scott and his wife has said on Twitter, stoking the flames and pushing in the narrative that TrueTalalent mocked a disabled person on his stream. Now, I'm sure we all have seen the clip. I'm not going to play it. This is just a commentator video. I just want to make sure all of our voices are heard during this time. I feel like it's extremely important. And the reason why I think it is so important because I have watched TrueTalalent for thousands of hours. And never, even when I watched the clip, did I think that TrueTalalent was mocking a disabled person. I know exactly what he was doing, and that is mocking someone who asked a stupid question. He was not mocking a disabled person. I think that is very clear to everyone except for Scott and his wife and the people the stands who support Scott in that type of thought process. Cancel culture, just despicable at its core. Going after people and their livelihood for your personal hatred for them, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself, Scott. And the fact that you're not, and you're going around bragging about it like you've done something, and I feel like you are bragging in a way that would not be noticeable to some, but is definitely noticeable to people who can see through your bullshit. And you're full of shit. So some of the more recent tweets that are coming out from Scott are basically this. They're not exact quotes, okay? This is a commentator video. I'm not editing it. I'm just giving my thoughts so that this stuff is out there and that behavior and more people will see that this was a witch hunt. So as soon as Scott basically got exactly what he wanted, which was something, I don't know what it was, but he wanted something out of all of this. Whether it had been clout, whether it had been TrueTalalent supposedly mocking a disabled person and then feeding those flames to the point of getting him kicked out of the Fog Whisperer program. He got what he wanted. He got something. And he got more than something. He got a lot. At the expense of someone else. And it's just absolutely despicable. So Scott, why don't you make a YouTube video explaining all of this and telling everyone that you're sorry? Because I used to watch your content, but I won't anymore. And I'm sure a lot of people feel that same way I do. I've seen an increase of over 2,000 people in TrueTalent's stream today. Some feeding the flames, but most of those people showing him love and support in light of the allegations. You're not right, Scott. As bad as you want to be, and as smart as you think that you are, you're not smart. You're not a smart person. A smart person would apologize. They would make a YouTube video. And not only would they make a YouTube video, but they would have addressed it in the last YouTube video that they made. That you didn't do. You didn't address it in the last YouTube video you made. You said nothing about it, even though that's all anyone wanted to talk about, except for you, Scott. And I find it funny now, in light of more recent tweets that are coming from Scott, that now you want nothing to do with it. You want, I've done everything. I've said all I can say. I've done all I can do. Have a good night. The ball's in your camp, True. How convenient. How convenient that is, Scott. Almost like you hold some sort of power over TrueTalalent. Is that what this is? Is this a power trip, Scott? Do you feel like you're powerful? Is that how you feel? Do you feel elite, Scott? Make a video, Scott. Apologize. And personally contact behavior and tell them that this was your fault. You orchestrated it. You fed the flames. And you want TrueTalalent reinstated. Whether or not they'll do it and they see it through only their lens and not yours is irrelevant. The fact is you do that. Screenshot the message you send to behavior or DM or whatever on Twitter and any sort of response you get back. So everyone has total transparency, because there has been no transparency. The transparency has been completely blocked off due to the mental state and the bias, hatred, disdain, vitriol that you feel, jealousy, whatever it is towards TrueTalalent, for whatever reason it is. This all started over a poll that had nothing to do with you. But yet here we are. All eyes on Scott Jund. Just like you wanted it. And you can say all you want to say on Twitter. Oh, I didn't mean for this to happen. Or whatever it is. Honestly, Scott, anything you say is just bullshit. I don't believe anything you say. I think everything you say is bullshit. Even if you apologized, I would think it was bullshit. But at least I would have gained some sort of respect back for you. And maybe after some time of healing, would understand that people make mistakes. But like I said, I've watched TrueTalalent for thousands of hours. And when he did the voice, my immediate thought was none of that. I did not think of he was mocking a disabled person. I thought he was mocking a person who asked a stupid question. Probably a passive-aggressive question after thousands of passive-aggressive questions that he had been answering for hours. TrueTalalent had been harassed for hours. And didn't ask for any of it. Apologize, Scott.